Welcome to Butter Legs. We don't always get things right, but we're real good triers.
We watch movies and make music inspired by the experience. Fair warning, there are spoilers.
We oftentimes talk about mature subjects, and we say dirty words while we're at it.
Here we go! Hi, Butter Leggings. I'm Jay.
I'm Sin.
And I'm Alex.
I want to talk about food rules.
Food rule.
Now, of course, we've talked about food rules before. They're an important part of Sin's life.
They are. What are the past food rules we've talked about? Water has to have ice in it.
Mm-hmm.
Not super hot pizza.
Don't give me no hot lettuce.
Don't give me no hot lettuce.
That was a John Mellencamp song.
I got some new ones, though. Not new ones. They've been lifelong friends of mine. But I was thinking about them because it snowed and iced here. And Jay and I have been in the house for like 6 days straight. And so we haven't had any food delivered. We've had to only cook, which is kind of a long stretch for us. So some things have come up that I remember that are my food rules. Kool-Aid, barely Kool-Aid.
As in, you like it to be barely Kool-Aid, right?
That's right, barely Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Because
I watered down my Gatorade.
Jay's Kool-Aid is almost like honey. It's pretty thick. My Kool-Aid's like kind of tinted water.
yeah, because I got a barrel of Kool-Aid.
It's true. You got a barrel of Kool-Aid.
Like, the Kool-Aid mix. Normally you buy a little bitty pouch, but I buy it by the barrel.
With the sugar pre-mixed in.
You get a better price if you buy the crude Kool-Aid that they ship overseas in the barrels.
Yeah, so we made some Kool-Aid, and I definitely like barely Kool-Aid. Another, and that kind of goes along with my food rule of Pop-Tarts, barely toasted. But on the other side of the spectrum, bacon, very crispy.
I like the floppy bacon.
Oh, not floppy. I like it kind of between y'all.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So you're the Goldilocks?
I like it. Yeah, I like it. So, like, right when it's starting to get a little stiff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, burnt cheese. You like it? I like it.
I think it depends.
Depends. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's go back to bacon, though.
I'm wearing Depends. Okay, go ahead.
Very crispy, as in, like, if you drop it, it's in 1,000 pieces. That's the point when you know it's good.
I like it when it's in them little shaky squares, and you put it on a salad.
Oh, bacon bits. Oh my God. Okay, another thing on this side of the spectrum. Toast. Very toasted.
I prefer a lightly toasted.
Oh, gross.
So there's a couple things with toast that I like.
Mm-hmm.
I like toast, and you put butter and then sugar and cinnamon.
Well,
And
that's a different food product. That's cinnamon toast.
That's how I like my toast. The other way I like my
That's
toast.
like saying that's how I like my bread, flat with some sauce and some pepperoni and cheese on it.
The other way I like my toast is with an egg on it. Put a fried egg on it.
Okay. Alex, can we get back to talking about toast? How do you like your toast?
I don't feel like making toast.
Okay, so this is a food rule. If I have fried eggs, I have to have toast. Because I don't want to eat an egg that's not oh my God, this is such a complicated food rule. If it's a fried egg, it has to have something to eat it with. It has to have a vehicle.
I can see that. Like, it's kind of weird to eat just a fried egg and nothing else.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. And speaking of fried eggs, very fried.
I like them barely fried. I feel like a lot of the theme here is Sin actually likes to cook her food, and I'm just like, just barely cook it a little bit. That's good enough for me.
But I don't like well done steaks. That's garbage. I do like
No, I don't like that.
a medium rare steak.
I recently watched a video about fried eggs that has changed the way I make fried eggs. It was by Jacques Pepin. Remember Jacques Pepin?
Mm-mm.
The
I
chef?
remember Jacques. Yeah, he was like he's one of the old school TV chefs.
I caught him on TikTok. He was making fried eggs. He's like, this is how I like to do them. And he had this little frying pan. You put them in there, and then you put a little bit of water and a lid on it. And you just you cook them normal for like a second. And then you steam them for a while.
It's not a fried egg.
I was going to say it is to a fried egg, but then I got thinking, maybe it's not.
It's a steamed egg.
It's
That's a lot of work. So what that is.
Yeah. It's a lot of work. That's what that is.
Sometimes I'll be starting to make an omelet, and I'm like, I'm just going to have scrambled eggs, though.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, that's another thing. I don't really care for omelets because there's a ratio in the bite. There's a weird ratio of like too much cheese in the bite between the egg. I don't know. It's just better if you're going to have cheesy eggs, just sprinkle a little bit of cheddar cheese in there. But I don't want no glump of cheese in there. Is glump a word?
Yes.
They're hard to get right.
Yeah.
Omelets. Them omelets.
Mm-hmm.
Butter leggings.
Hey, friends.
Hey, friends.
Hey.
What are butter legs? It's time for What Are Butter Legs. We do a little quiz show that uses Jeopardy rules. You got to respond in the form of a question.
Is this about our movie?
Yeah, today's What Are Butter Legs categories are based on today's movie, which is Robowar. So today's categories are robots,
Robot.
wars,
Yes.
screams,
Oh my God. No joke.
because as we'll talk about later, there's a lot of screaming in this movie. It's got the guy from Space Mutiny. So
Unnecessary screaming.
that's what he do. And then we have our mystery category, which has two questions. One of them is really hard. One of them is really easy. And they're both
Soft.
worth 50. One's a really soft question. And you don't know which one. You don't know which one is the soft question. If you go through all of the other questions before you get to that one, then they go away. Sin, why don't you choose heads or tails, and we'll flip to see who goes first.
Tails.
Mm.
All right, here we go. Flip.
Which one's head and tail? Oh, the head is.
Heads. So that means Alex goes first.
Let's go with wars for 200.
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare this using our small opposable digits.
What is a thumb war?
That's correct. Thumb war. I got to be careful in the video call because as I was saying that, I was like animating my thumbs. Like, oh boy, I'm excited about talking about my thumbs, and it would have given away the answer.
I'll take screams for 800.
Florence Pugh screamed in unison with a group of young women in this A24 movie from 2019.
What is Midsummer?
Of course it is. It's one of your favorites.
One of my favorites.
Yeah.
You remember the scene I'm talking about?
Are you asking me a question? What?
Do you remember the scene that I'm
Yeah.
referring to? Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
They're all like,
100%. Yeah, Midsummer and Heredity. Ooh, love them. Love them. And Men.
You know who also likes men? Blanche from the Golden Girls. I want a man.
Need me a man. It's like her only line.
She was so gross.
Yeah, she was gross.
Alex, where we going?
Robots for 800.
Voiced by Alan Rickman in 2005, it's the depressed robot from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
What is Martin?
That is incorrect.
Oh, dick.
I'll guess for fun.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Alan Rickman?
He played a character named after himself.
Yes. Yes.
And originally written in the 70s before he came into public view.
Mm-hmm.
Weird coincidence. No, that is incorrect. The correct response is, what is Marvin the Paranoid Android? You were so close, Alex.
That's what I said.
So The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is one of those books that in high school, everyone, you were cool if you had read that book. And I guess they made a movie about it in 2005, I guess. I don't know. And
wait a minute. What school did you go to where you were cool to have read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
I don't know. I mean, I guess the dorks I hung out with thought it was cool. But it was like...
I mean, granted, in my circle of friends, yeah, that was the case.
That's what I'm saying. Anyway, but it's like this thing that I don't understand. Like, I've never read it. I don't know why it's cool. I was on the Clockwork Orange side of things. Rather than whatever this is.
You're on the pretentious side of things.
That's right.
That's one of my favorite books, though. Not Clockwork Orange, but Hitchhiker's Guide.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so good. Sin, your turn to choose.
B. 1500 for B.
Oh, the mystery one, yeah.
Mystery B.
Jingle, jingle.
He composed ragtime music in addition to the ballets The Firebird and Petrushka. FYI, you got the hard clue.
I'm going to say, who is Tchaikovsky?
No, that is incorrect. Alex, do you want to try to steal or guess for fun?
Would it be Mr. Joplin?
Are you trying to steal or guess for fun?
Oh, for fun.
That is incorrect. The correct response is Igor Stravinsky.
Stravinsky.
You were pretty close.
Key. I know it was a key.
I'll do 1500A, please.
Oh, really?
Thought you might. Uh-huh. He was the lead singer of the band Queen until his unfortunate passing in 1991.
I wanted to be cute and do his like legal name, but I don't remember. What is Freddie Mercury?
That's right, Farouk Bulsara.
Yeah, Veruca Salt.
I want a chance to steal.
It's your turn to choose, then.
All right. I'll take Screams for 600.
This Norwegian painter created The Scream in 1893.
Who was Edvard Munch?
That's right.
I want robots for 600.
No one wants wars. Only Jay knows when those things took place.
1812. Mm-hmm.
2, 1.
It's the model number of the Terminator we see in the original 1984 film.
Wasn't it an T-800?
That's correct.
Let's do robots for 4.
This Pixar robot was programmed to keep Earth clean.
Oh, what is Wall-E?
That's right.
Yeah. Let's do wars for 400.
This war really happened in 12th or 13th century BCE, but the giant wooden horse is probably a myth.
And what is the, what is the Byzantine War?
I want to steal.
Incorrect. Go for it, Sin.
What is the Trojan War?
That's right, yeah.
Oh, I complicated it.
And it's, of course, a reference to the Trojan horse.
That's that shit that I never know what is real and what's not. And I know you're saying in the question, like, it's probably myth, but all that shit to me is fake.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Antony and Cleopatra, were they real? I don't know.
Those two are real. Mm-hmm.
And then, like, what's the Achilles? Real? I don't know.
Not real.
Okay. See,
The
but
old
it's
Greek
all the
gift.
same thing to me. It's all the same thing.
Well, I mean, the thing is, a lot of it is intertwined, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of mythos around actual people.
My turn.
Your turn.
Wars 800. I'm going to get so wrong.
This war between England and France is a misnomer, as it took place from 1337 to 1453.
What is the 100 Years' War?
That's right.
Woo!
Finish off that category for 600. Feeling real good about this one. Real good about it. This one.
It's the war involving the Galactic Republic versus the Separatists. Jango Fett's contribution led to the name.
What is the Clone Wars?
That's right.
Oh my God, I would have said, what are the Star Wars?
I said Clone Wars because that was a show.
And I was like, what does Boba Fett have to do with, and it's not even Boba Fett, but I was like, what does Boba Fett have to do with whether or not they named it Star Wars?
Well, Jango Fett was a jazz guitarist.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
What if they did speak about it more literally like that? I am the Senate, and I'm planning out a Star Wars.
A Star Wars?
Okay. Screams 400.
Daily Butter. It's the Daily Butter.
Woo! Daily Butter. I'll bet 500.
It's a stock sound effect that dates back to 1951 and has been used in more than 400 films, including all of Star Wars and much of the MCU.
Huh. And it's a scream. And I can't just say what is a scream?
You need to be more specific.
Okay. Here's my answer.
Uh-huh.
What is an eagle's scream?
That is incorrect.
I'll try for fun.
Okay.
What is a red-shouldered hawk scream?
That is also incorrect.
Oh.
The correct answer is the Wilhelm scream.
What is that?
Hang on. All right, here's a Wilhelm scream.
Wow, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's in hundreds of movies. Yeah, sometimes it's even snuck in, you know, like
For
the sound.
funsies.
Yeah, the sound person does it for funsies.
You should sneak it. You sneak it into his couple butter legs.
I'll tell you what. I'll sneak it into this episode somewhere. Butter leggings. Can you spot this Wilhelm scream? Yeah, where you want to go, Alex?
Screens for 200. And by the way, that was a hard one, JJ.
Yeah, that should have been on the last line for screams.
I thought it was easy, but guess not.
That's that
You know
curse of knowledge.
They also use the loon a lot.
All right, Alex. The 1996 movie Scream was directed by this man, who also gave us A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Never seen it. What is John Carpenter?
That is incorrect.
I will still.
You'll still go for it.
Who is old craveable Wes Craven?
That's right, old craveable.
What did John Carpenter do?
Halloween.
Halloween, The Thing, The Fog.
Hellraiser, right? No.
That's Clive Barker.
Clive Barker.
Beer drinkers.
All right, I'll take that last one. Robots for 200.
Stephen King won it.
It's going to be the hardest one out of all because Jay doesn't know how to weight answers correctly. He's going to be like, during the stock market crash, what was the 1% of the commodity that...
Square root of
My butt.
My butt. What's the square root of my butt?
This rude robot works for the Planet Express and runs on alcohol.
Ah, who's Bender?
That's right.
Okay, how much we got to bet?
Ooh, it is a close one going into final buttery.
Yeah?
Alex has 1,500. Sin has 1,400. The final buttery clue or category is 19th century novels.
Oh, jeez.
The bets are in. Here's the final clue. Once again, the category is 19th century novels. In chapter 1 of this novel, we find a vast ruined castle from whose tall black windows came no ray of light. The responses are in. We start with Sin. So Sin's response is, what is Bram Stoker's Dracula? And that is correct.
Yay!
Sin bet $1,400.
Oh.
Bring her up to 2,800 in the lead for now.
Okay. Read both my responses.
Now we go to Alex.
Read them both to everyone.
Who sent me Moby Dickless. But then also Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, perhaps? Question mark. Neither one are correct. Alex's bet was only $10.
Oh.
So I won.
Which
No.
keeps him in the positive, but not a winner for today.
Oh.
Yeah, so
First place loser.
Sin is our winner today. Yay! Good job,
Yay.
everybody. All right, let's talk about Robowar.
Woo!
That's not-
Reba.
Everybody move! Move, move, move!
Robowar is one of my new favorite movies.
Oh, God.
It's so good.
It came out the same year as our previous episode's movie, Die Hard.
Just as good.
Yeah, it came out in 1988. It stars Reb Brown.
Famous actor Reb Brown from
Famous actor.
Space Mutiny.
If you've seen Space Mutiny from Mystery Science Theater, it's that guy.
He is so dumb looking. He's a triangle.
His first name is Reb, which of course is short for Reba McEntire.
Reba.
There is a small chance that many of you butter leggings at home, there's a small chance you have not seen this movie yet.
Missing out.
As of recording this, it is available on Tubi, so hopefully it's there in perpetuity forever.
You know where you
For
get
your
all the good
enjoyment.
movies.
Perpetuity.
I think kind of like how we did with Shifter, aka Shapeshifter. We'll have to go through the plot of this movie kind of step by step because there's a lot of people who have not seen this movie.
We can't do one word synopsis and people understand what the hell we're talking about.
That's right. So let's talk a little bit about like the movie in general before we get into plot. So it was made by an Italian movie company, which, by the way, Space Mutiny was also made by an Italian movie company. So Reb Brown must know some people there to get these sweet ass parts. So Robowar was filmed in 88 in the Philippines, and then it actually
People.
it had a theatrical release.
Hey, my people. We gotta get a little more respect.
Oh yeah,
for my people.
That's right. For your people.
My people.
The Philippines.
What's up, Filipinos? All my Filipinos, raise your hands.
Pinot Grigio. with all due respect.
Raise your lumpia high in honor. So it was filmed in the Philippines in 88, and it actually had a theatrical release in Japan only in 1989, and then later released in theaters in the Netherlands in 1992 for some reason.
Wow.
It was released on VHS in the Netherlands and Greece, and then basically it was hidden from everywhere until 2019. It looks like Severin Films, who release a lot of horror movies and stuff like that, they re-released it, and that must be eventually how it came to Tubi.
Boring.
Jay goes to the etymology of this fucking movie.
my favorite
I'll
movie.
say this: when I did the research for a song, I was surprised about how many people had actually watched this fucker. Like, people were like, "Oh man, it's good. They're in the jungle." It's like RoboCop meets Terminator meets Rambo.
That's funny. I think we read the same review, because I was trying to do a true review for this movie, and there's a surprising number of people on Amazon reviews who are like, this is pretty good.
I know, they think it's really good. What year did Welcome to the Jungle come out? That's so good.
1987.
Man, they missed the boat, because the title track to this movie could have been "Walking Through the Jungle." Philippines.
So the quickest summation that you can kind of give of this movie is that it's just a rip off of the movie Predator. And instead of them hunting an alien, they're hunting a robot.
I mean, kind of. It's so loose. It's real loose. You'd have to really do a stretch to get there. I think. It's just people walking through the fucking jungle. Yeah. The whole movie. They're just walking.
Most of that is true. Most of it is literally just long shots of them walking very slowly. They're just walking very slowly through the jungle.
Talking. I mean, that's probably good that they're not, but...
Cool guitar. When they do, it's clearly overdubbed usually.
Yeah, a lot of overdubbing. You'll see the group walking around. You'll hear somebody talking. Nobody's moving their lips.
I learned a lot when I read the synopsis of the movie when I was doing my research for my song. But I did not pick up any of that shit in the movie. Like, why they're doing what? Because, like, in my opinion, the robot's hanging out and they're hunting it, and they kill a lot of people at the same time. And the robot doesn't really do that much damage.
No. I've made a list of plot points here.
Shall we read them in order?
We're going to take you on a little journey, Butter Leggings.
An unknown helicopter is shot down by the Porky Pig robot.
So yeah, let's talk real quick about Porky Pig robot, because we're introducing these characters, right? And that's the whole point of this movie, is this robot. But he kind of talks like Porky Pig.
He does.
Greasy.
He says greasy. He says greasy all the time. So, Butter Leggings, I put together a compilation. Here's what the robot sounds like.
Hardwire on target. Greasy. Azimuth elevation coordinates. Greasy. Asset. Racing.
Like, it's real scary. I get it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be an intimidating character, but it just walked around going, greasy. We go to these people who are looking at a slideshow of Reb Brown's like rough and tough team that they're going to hire for this mission. And you get this like PowerPoint introduction of each of the characters that you're
Not
going to see in the movie.
one of them has a real name.
Yeah, they all have nicknames. And during the introduction, one of the characters, whose name is Guarino, and that's what everybody in the movie, through the entire movie, they all call him Guarino. But in this PowerPoint, they're like, better known by his nickname, Diddy Bop. Not once have they ever called that.
Except we don't ever call him that.
And if you also look closely at the photo of Guarino, he's wearing like these aviator sunglasses, and you can clearly see a parking lot in the reflection of his sunglasses, but despite him, quote, standing in a jungle.
Standing in the jungle!
So then they all get dispatched to their mission where they need to go to the Philippines, and they're on a really awkward boat ride where everybody's kind of like got their legs splayed out real wide.
Oh, can we talk about
Gross.
Can we talk about old Reba's shirt on there?
Why is it? Why? Yeah, they all like walk to the boat, and he's got this little half shirt on.
Yeah.
We've talked about half shirts before. They only appear in 80s movies. That's not a thing.
Yeah, it's him and Johnny Depp in A Nightmare on Elm Street.
That is not a thing.
They get there, they find some melted bodies,
Guy steps in a bear trap.
which has no impact on the movie at all.
And then, like, out of nowhere, like, to me, this was jarring in the movie. Like, I think they're in this jungle setting, and then all of a sudden there's this road and a car and these brown people in a car chasing white people. And it's just so jarring. You're like, what has happened? Y'all were in the jungle and like chasing a robot. And now there's like these brown people yelling at white people. And I don't know. And then they just take it, this battalion of men take it upon themselves just to kill all the brown people without asking a single question.
So one quick thing about Reb Brown's character. Everybody calls him Marphy. In the end credits, he's listed as Marphy with an A. So Marphy's group, they immediately decide that they're going to kill all of these brown people. Whenever they do, they take them by surprise. But clearly they were standing 5 feet to the right of the brown people. All they had to do was like slightly look left through their peripheral vision. They would have seen Marphy's group there.
That's my favorite scene because they're like so obvious.
Did they start an international incident there?
Probably.
They don't know.
Yeah, they find some huts and there's like, they kill more people just because.
Yeah, who are those people?
We don't know.
What are those huts? We don't know. They kill them all, destroy the huts.
And during
they
this time, they
scream.
find that girl whose name is, I don't know, Virgin. Why?
They never ask her name through the whole movie. You find out her name in the end credits. Virgin. Not Virginia, Virgin. This might be a good place to pause for a second and go to one of our songs. It might not be, because we might need to set up more of the movie for our songs to make sense.
I don't think so.
Okay, so Butter Leggings, you're going to miss out on some context at this point for my song to make sense.
Okay.
This is called And That Was a Robowar. In the jungle, loaded with muscles, my team's loyal to the core. We rode on a boat while I wore my half shirt, and that was a Robowar. Oh, wow. about the past. Came to some huts and there were some brown guys. We didn't know who they were. No need for questions, we just murdered them all. And that was a Robowar. Have a team that's rough and tough. The huts blew up and stuff. Turns out the robot was the head of my friend. I had to blow him up so the movie could end. Didn't want to hear him say greasy no more. And that was a Robowar. And that was a Robowar. Oh, am shaken to the core. Just lived through a Robowar. Yeah, I just lived through a Robowar.
You nailed the screaming.
It's buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The context that we missed there. Reb Brown has the most ridiculous scream out of all of Hollywood, I would say.
He's shrill.
He's pretty shrill.
We use the term Hollywood lightly.
There are little girl actors that have more forceful and terrifying screams than Reb Brown.
Mm-hmm.
This movie in general, not just because of that, but like between him and the character Virgin and Porky Pig Robot and all the explosions, it is a noisy audio confrontation. It is like, it is challenging to the eardrums. And I put together a cool little compilation for the butter leggings to enjoy. This is what the movie Robowar sounds like.
Rest fall in behind me. Move out. Incoming. Get out of here. Come here. Everybody's free. Enemy sighted. Moving target. Get the hell out of here. Get on the boat. Go! Ray, hurry up! I can't. What do you mean? Find the jungle, quick, move!
Was that Reb at the end?
No, that was Virgin.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh, yeah. And so I think the other part that you captured really well is the like random, the music placement in this movie's so weird. And they have this guitarist that clearly is like a huge Van Halen fan, and like, but not good.
Let's listen to, there's one song in particular that happens about halfway through the movie.
Pretty good.
Bought himself a guitar with a whammy bar. Didn't bother to tune it though. Now, what's great about this song, what's kind of fun is guess any of the lyrics here. Moving close to town. Single ladies.
Super appropriate for this movie.
Before I go down.
Now, what's also real important to know is as this is going on, just picture a bunch of muscly guys walking very slowly through the trees. Literally nothing happening. And the camera doesn't cut away. It's like one solid shot and just this really awesome music.
I signed some contracts. What are you saying?
Now, I'm going to pause right there. That's one of my favorite parts because in the movie, it switches to the vision of the robot, but you can still hear the song and it's like muffled. And so it's like the robot is also listening to the song. So listen again.
They're like, what do you think about it, robot?
And here comes the chorus. What are they saying in this chorus? Let's see. Sing it.
Hot sauce?
Hot tots. Hot
Hot
trust.
fuzz?
Hot trust.
Hot sauce?
Hot sauce, hot dogs,
Hot trust.
hot truss. Don't know. Now, did you notice what happened after the chorus? I didn't change anything there. That's how the movie does. Nothing happened in the movie. That's not a new scene. It's literally the same camera shot of them walking through the jungle, but they go from this really awesome rock song back into Casio keyboards for no reason. So it's just in the middle of their song. So, and because nothing happened in the movie to warrant that, somebody had to make that decision of like, I am so goddamn tired of my brother Johnny's song playing during this. I'm just going to make it stop halfway through. He gets half his song. And I'm going back to my really cool Casio keyboards.
My little Casio gallop. They just need some coconuts over it, don't they?
I thought they sound like Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Such a good movie.
Such a good movie.
Anybody want to share your song?
I'll be on Humble and share. It's about old Reb and how he's, what was it about?
How he is, like, ironically the hero, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Dumb hero. Wounded goat. Is that what I'm hearing? Oh no. It's our dumb hero. Well, he's kind of a robot, I guess, but I know that's our hero. Here he comes, crying like baby. Here he comes, screaming like a baby. Here he comes, jumping in the water. Here he comes, he's our dumb hero. Here he comes, crawling on his belly. Here he comes, shooting his dumb gun. Here he comes, screaming like a moron. Here he comes, he's your dumb hero.
That's
So
so funny.
But
Yeah, the go.
I love it.
It's good
Thank you.
guitar work in there, Alex.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I like all the layers. That's good.
I want to do sweet guitar because
Mhm.
that movie had sweet guitar, didn't it?
Totally.
It did. Totally.
Sweet guitar, man.
I also mentioned that he's real dumb looking,
Mhm.
and is like he has that blank stare old Reb does, and it's like
Oh, he does.
there's just nothing in there happening.
Yeah. It's either nothing or screaming.
He's great. He's the best.
They're all real good actors. Like that dude,
Diddy Bop.
no, the dock crossing the river. Acting.
Yeah. There's a scene where he's crossing the river. He's like, "Oh no, something's got my foot."
You can clearly say where they're like, action. They're like, oh yeah, get into gear. Okay, here we are. We're in a movie. We're actors. Here we go. Let's do it.
And also, when they first approached that river, it was like a calm stream at best.
No, I mean, I think if they were to actually stand up, it was like maybe a little bit above knee high. And he's acting like he's drowning in it.
So usually the robot, whenever it's walking around, you get these glimpses of what the robot sees, which is, I don't know, it's like its eyeballs are filled with tang or something. It's just like this
Red.
orange squares. It's like, oh, it can see a lot worse than humans. That doesn't seem very helpful. There is one shot, it's real quick, after that river scene, where it's supposed to be the robot's vision, but they forgot to put the effect on there. And you can clearly see a guy just like dressed in white clothing standing in the bushes over to the side. He's like not part of the movie at all. Did you spot him, Alex? Oh, it's real quick. It's just this dude in white.
He's like the caterer or something for the cast.
So then Murphy's group, they make a Gilligan's Isle style
Marphy's.
hut. Marphy, yeah. They make a Gilligan's Isles hut.
Try that again. Jesus Christ.
Marphy's group. Marphy's group, they make a Gilligan's Isle style. You try saying that.
Lyle,
Like I haven't written-
crocodile.
The name of the show is not Gilligan's Isle. It's Gilligan's Island.
Here on Gilligan's Isle.
The song
The song is Isle.
goes Gilligan's Isle. That's right.
So you can say Gilligan's Island style.
So Marphy's group makes a Gilligan's Island style hut, and then it gets blown up. And that was a really cool scene.
And Marphy and
And
Diddy Bop. Who's never called Diddy Bop.
A girl named Virgin.
A slow ass robot.
Skipper! I just saw a robot. Well, I think it was a robot. He was wearing like a football uniform that was spray painted black.
Seriously. But then we learn this kind of Winter Soldier kind of twist here that the robot was Marphy's friend all along.
Mm-hmm. It was love all along. Yeah. Murphy's friend Martin, who got killed in like Vietnam or something.
Yeah.
We're not sure. Apparently they chopped his head off and created a robot from that.
I wonder if that was stock footage from that other movie that they used for this movie.
Stock footage from their own movie?
Yeah, in IMDb, there's a movie that came out right the year before this that they used a lot of footage from it. It had Reb Brown in it too. It was called Strike Commando.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I bet that's totally it.
Yeah.
Wow.
We need to watch Strike Commando.
No.
Oh.
He decides to kill him, to blow him up.
Yeah. Murphy uses a remote control to blow up the robot, and he
And
jumps
he cried a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he cried a little bit, and
It
he
was touching.
jumped over a waterfall, and it goes. It's funny. He jumps off of that waterfall, lands in the water, and immediately goes to credits.
So yeah, we can listen to my song, which has to do with the robot itself. It's from the perspective of the robot being Marphy's friend, questioning whether or not they're a machine or a man. And I originally had a different song completely in mind. Like I was wanting to do this sort of dance, Daft Punk type song, but I'm not that cool. So then I just kind of went to what I usually do, which is kind of bluegrassy country, because it's just easier.
This place is unfamiliar. The trees and the land. My sense of touch is somehow off. I don't recognize my hands. Why do I see things in red? I have no clarity. I feel something pulling at my heart and memory. Am I a man or a machine designed for perfect killing? Am I who you remember me to be? Will I pay for my sins when the count is all turned in? Am I a man or am I a machine? Was I given a choice to become what I am? To find your bloody war for you and to win? Will I ever be forgiven? Somebody hear my plea. I'd rather die a real man's death than to live eternally. Am I a man or a machine designed for perfect killing? Am I who you remember me to be? Will I pay for my sins when the count is all turned in? Am I a man or am I a machine? Am I a man or a machine designed for perfect killing? Am I who you remember me to be? Will I pay for my sins when the count is all turned in? Am I a man or am I a machine? Am I a man or a machine designed for perfect killing? Am I who you remember me to be? Will I pay for my sins when the count is all turned in? Am I a man or am I a machine? Am I a man or a machine?
What's that band that had that song, and at the end of the video there's a goldfish flopping around? Is that Faith No More's Epic? Is that the name of that song?
I don't think I've seen the music video that you're.
Is it the one that
talking about.
ends on with the piano though? You know what I'm talking about? That's what that ending reminds me of. Hold on.
Look at it.
Goldfish flopping video.
Goldfish flopping. Wasn't that a Dave Matthews song?
Goldfish flopping.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you got some Faith No More going on there.
For some reason, when I did the end of that song, that's what I was thinking of. I don't know why. I have no idea.
What was everybody's favorite part of Robowar?
The end when it was all over.
That road scene I poorly described.
Yeah.
And his half shirt on the boat was pretty good.
Yeah, that seems pretty good.
And
Him
just
getting on
his-
that boat.
His overall demeanor on the boat.
I probably laughed the most though when Virgin finds the villagers dead, and she's like, such a weird cry. It's like, yeah, you didn't have to include that. Just get that shit out.
Let's listen to that little clip again real quick. I don't know. I feel like I like the robot in general because Alex mentioned it in his song. One of the funniest lines in his song was, "He's a robot, I guess." Because there's not really anything robot about it. It's clearly just a person like with football pads on their shoulders and a motorcycle helmet, and they just spray painted it all black. There's on the top of the helmet, there's also some sort of plastic piece that they thought would look cool, but it kind of looks like a giant blocky chicken foot.
Also, why is it called Robowar? It's one Robo.
It's not really at war. He's more like just kind of spying on people a little bit.
I know. And saying greasy a lot.
Yeah, apparently melting their faces when no one can see.
Hey, you know what our next movie is?
What?
Came out the very next year. The Abyss.
Ooh.
Oh.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks everyone for listening. Be sure to check us out on our website at betterlegspodcast.com and sometimes on Twitter at betterlegscast. Oh, and we have a new thing.
Yeah, search for Butterlegs, 2 words, on YouTube. We have all of our episodes on there, but we're also going to try to stream some video games of us 3 all playing at the same time.
I'm real good at video games, so y'all should check it out.
But yeah, subscribe to our channel there on YouTube so that you get notified whenever we get live, because we're just going to be doing it whenever the hell we feel like it. Probably won't have a set schedule.
Oh, hell no. We can barely do this on schedule.
Hell no.
Send us a message to hello@butterlegspodcast.com.
Oh, you know what? There was another thing I was going to tell you about this movie.
Meeting adjourned.